Hello everyone, I'm Vikram P. Maduri here. I'm an SAP architect. In this video, I'm going to discuss with you all the roles and responsibilities of an SAP consultant in the support project. And going forward, for whom and what exactly this session is for. It's for all SAP consultants and the would-be consultants who are the SAP aspirants who want to join into SAP field. This video is meant for all, and especially the people who are already working in SAP as well can get some points in this video. So in this session, I'll be discussing those objectives that are useful for all SAP consultants. It might be a functional consultant, technical consultant, and administrative consultants as well. I mean to say the basis consultants as well. So a functional covers FICO, SD, MM, warehouse management, human capital management consultants, and technical are those who are working on the ABAP area. So all these people can get some knowledge in this particular session, and even the people who have recently joined SAP field or would like to enter into the SAP field also would benefit with this with this seminar. Now here, initially I also discussed in another session about what exactly is SAP methodology and what are the types of projects that we have. But in this session, I'm focused more on the roles and responsibilities of an SAP consultant in a support or a maintenance project. So the objective of SAP support project or a maintenance project. Support project is also called as maintenance project, and in this, our main objective is to take care of the production server. Production support is a stream that is supporting SAP software currently being used by the end users. The end users are the clients who actually have, I mean, like have the use of the SAP software. So, objective of ensuring the application or software is up and running as expected. The support person or team is responsible for receiving incidents and requests from end users, analyzing these issues or the problems that the end users are facing, and either responding to the end user with a solution, escalating it to the other IT teams. For example, if let's say you are into a function, you are a functional consultant, and you got an issue which you might feel that it is something which is relevant to technical people or more of ABAP kind of thing. So you are going to forward that issue or ticket to the concerned department or concerned team. I mean to say the FICO support team is going to forward it to the ABAP support team. In case if it's not even about the coding and it's not even about the ABAP relevant issue, then maybe if you feel that if anybody decides that it is something which is related to administration, so it will be then forwarded to SAP basis team or the administration and security team. Now, what is an SAP support project? So SAP support project or maintenance project is an ongoing process of solving the issues raised by the SAP end users and business users. So I'm just taking an example of, like, let's say Walmart is a supermarket, and the billing guy have an issue, is not able to do the billing or strike something or some issue. So once the implementation of an SAP project is done and the client customer company starts working on SAP software, the client is considered to be on live system. So I've taken an example of a Walmart billing guy as an example, in which he faces an issue. There are two ways in which he can apply. I mean, like he can raise that issue and let the technical team in the background solve it. So how is it going to be taken forward is what we're going to look at this session. So for example, like let's say that guy who has got an issue while doing the business process has to raise an issue in two ways. Like either it can raise the issue through the ticketing tool, or they can give a call to the customer service department, who in turn raises a ticket. So I'm going to discuss about this in detail, and there are various scenarios we need to know to understand the work location, so where exactly you are going to work. For example, in this session, I'm taking an example of, say, BMW. I have chosen IBM for extending the support. Then you are going to work in IBM. You're going to sit in IBM and going to support to the BMW client. And the next scenario, which possibly can be your work location, is like BMW may choose any other company like TCS. Okay, so here what I'm trying to tell you is, like, for example, IBM has implemented the SAP software. Then BMW can choose the same IBM as an extending support, or you can select another company like TCS or Infosys or Wipro or any other company for extending the support. So BMW may even establish its own support team. It might have, because this is an ongoing process for lifetime. So some companies, some manufacturing companies choose to have their own support team within their own premises, and they support the project. So in this three different scenarios, your work location would be in IBM, TCS, or BMW itself, if you are doing the support for BMW. Now, what exactly is a ticket? So the issue which we are talking about, which end users get during the business process, is called an ticket. So an issue faced by an end user during business operations, or an enhancement, customization, configuration, development planned during the business operations, is generally known as a ticket. Now there are two things, like one is a planned development which is happening during the maintenance, or there is something which is initiated first, and it has been planned and executed, or a sudden issue also is a ticket. So mostly we can generalize it as issue is a ticket. Any issue faced by end users is a ticket. Now, how are the issues routed? So end users directly raising a ticket in ticketing tool. This is one way of raising the ticket. If at all, let's say the billing guy who's actually receiving the cash from you has faced some problem through the SAP software, then if at all, if he has the access to website, and if at all, if he has the access to log in into the portal and raise the issue, the ticketing tool, it might be possible that he himself will be raising the issue. Otherwise, he'd be giving a call to the customer service department, and those people understand the issue and try to raise a ticket on behalf of that particular person who is actually facing this issue. Now, once it's been done, it will be taken forward, and that will be forwarded to the concerned supporting team. If at all, if the customer service department thinks that the issue is relevant to SAP consultants, then they are going to mention the team, and the issue is going to be forwarded to the team. But if at all, if the issue is a technical, they are going to forward it to ABAP people. So once the issue has been forwarded to the respective teams, they in turn again can forward it to another team, if at all, if they feel that the issue is not relevant to that particular department or the team. So how do I get work in the support project? Every support project has a particular ticketing tool. Whenever the end users face an issue, they raise a ticket, and the ticket is directed to the concerned team. So based on the issue, it will be directed to ABAP, basis, or functional teams respectively. So which ticketing tool normally a client uses? There are many ticketing tools that can be used in SAP projects. Like we have in general widely used tools like Remedy, Solution Manager, Manage Now, and ServiceNow. But there are a lot of ticketing tools out there in the market which are being developed by the customer or the clients themselves, or they have customized on their own, or made it ready for themselves from some other vendors. So there are a lot of tools. What I'm trying to tell you here is that there are a lot of ticketing tools, but the most famous ones that we normally use are what I mentioned here. You can explore more about the ticketing tools later in the coming sessions as well. So what exactly is SLA? SLA is one of the most important thing that every one of us have to know, if at all, if we are working in the support project in the future. So service level agreement defines the terms and conditions like problem solving time, response time, based on the seriousness of the issue. So each ticketing tool has its own way of defining the seriousness of the issue. So the seriousness of the issue is generally defined as severity or priority. In some ticketing tools, the seriousness is termed as severity, and in some other ticketing tools, we normally call it as priority. So either way, there might be some other word which might be used by the support the ticketing tool for mentioning the seriousness of the issue. In general, I'm telling about severity and priority. There might be another word also which might be in use in some other ticketing tool as well. So the levels of priority, as I told you, that the terminology can be either severity or priority, or it may be some other word. Similarly, even in the priority or severity of the ticketing tool, ticket was also mentioned based on various priorities or various aspects. In some ticketing tools, we have the numbering from 5 to 1. In some other ticketing tools, we have it from 1 to 5. 1 to 5, and in this, like for example, if you have the highest priority, in some ticketing tools it's 5 and some ticketing tools it's 1. So this is the highest priority, which is like 1 to 3 hours you need to complete that issue. So if you have high priority, again, and as I said you, some ticketing tools name it as 4 and some ticketing tools number it as 2. So, and high priority, it needs to be completed in 1 day, and medium priority tickets have to be solved in 2 to 3 days, and lower priority tickets will be normally solved in 5 days or something like that. And the severity 5 or 1, it should be 5 years. Sorry for that. No priority can mention your time. So what exactly this kind of a scenario? When do we have this scenario of last scenario? I'll be explaining that now. So here we have, for example, if the business is impacting immediately, then they are going to raise the issue of high priority, which has to be addressed and solved as soon as possible. And if the business is impacting very badly with that, but normally most of the tickets that we get or we receive in our day-to-day life in the support or maintenance project is of high priority or medium priority. No end user would be ever raising a ticket of low priority or no priority. Then we need to understand when are we going to have this low priority or no priority ticketing issues. Let me start off with the high priority. High priority, if at all, if the business is impacting, not very badly, but it is impacting, and then will be given at least 1 day to solve that issue and fix that. So medium priority is something like, it's not very urgent, but you need to solve it as soon as possible. Then we are going to have a issue of medium priority. And low priority is something where you are going to take time, and you are very clear about it. You're going to talk to the end users, tell them the issue and tell them the seriousness about it, and then we are going to shift it to low priority. So we need to request the client or the end user to move it to low priority. And in some cases, you need to do your own development, new developments, new configurations, new customizations, or new server installations, or new upgradations or patch installations. All these kind of scenarios, it might take lot of time. So it is a new development. So for all these new developments and new configurations, anything like that, we are going to have no priority, which can be like, we need to mention to the client in how many days it's going to be fixed. Like for example, I want to upgrade this particular software to something else, or I need a patch installation, or I need to write some ABAP code, or I need to customize some new company codes. So these things are actually been taken into the last priority, where we are going to mention the time and we are going to complete that task in that particular time. So this is my first video on support project, and this is just an overview. I'm going to tell you more in detail about that in the coming videos. Thanks for watching this video, and do subscribe to our channel, and keep following me, and I'll keep sharing you my knowledge. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.